Hello everyone, Creative Venus here and welcome to another beautiful tutorial. And today we will learn how to design this beautiful presentation template and look at this beautiful animation, and I hope you will really like it. This is a very unique kind of template where we have created these 10 slides, and the concept is very unique where we have placed the information in the form of these beautiful cards, and look at the placement of the images, the serial number, title. Even we have this description and call to action, and the overall theme we have kept is black and white. So this is really unique. I hope you will like it. Now before we jump into the tutorial, first we have to understand the overall concept of this presentation slide. So if you just take a look at it, the first slide is blank, then comes the title slide where we have kept this information, the name of the slide. Then one by one we will present the facts or the slide information based on serial number. For example, this is the first slide in terms of information, then the second slide, third, fourth, and so on up to the 10th slide. And when we come to the last slide, then we have this ending slide where we can put all the information of that is present on any of the ending slide, like contact information or thanks or subscribe or some beautiful quote or message that you can present. So now let's understand the concept of this presentation template and how it works. So first of all, you should understand one thing, that it is based on the morph transition. So what is morph transition? So here it is written like move things on the previous slide to their new locations on the current slides. For example, so if this is our first slide, here it is, and here are the components that I have placed outside of the slide area. And what will happen on the second slide, these all will slide in one by one on each slide. Here you can see these are passing through the slide area one by one on every slide until the last slide. So this is how morph animation works, and this is the overall concept of this presentation slide. So it's a very beautiful concept, and I have leveraged this morph animation to create this beautiful concept. This is very unique and I hope you will like it. So especially this is fit for the presentations where you have to present n number of items in the form of like charts or reports, some facts, so those kind of presentations. So this is a very cool idea, and here you can use images as well. So that was the concept. So let's begin with the tutorial, and here in the tutorial we will learn how to create all these things. So it is pretty easy, nothing fancy here. It's just the magic of the morph animation, and rest is a great output. So let's begin with the tutorial. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, hit that red button, and join the membership as well if you can. That will support us, and hit like button as well. So let's begin with the tutorial. And the very first step is to design the first slide, and for that we will write a text at the top, that is the name of this report, but this is not the title, just the name of the report, like status report. So for that we will use this text box and use a nice font here. I would suggest go for Google Fonts, and there you will find plenty of fonts, beautiful fonts. You can try them, test them, and then you can download and you can use them in your presentations. So just try different fonts. And for your information, I use Releve and Montserrat fonts more often. Now I have inserted this line here. So this is just for the aesthetic purpose. Make sure everything is well aligned, and you can see I am not using a complete black font here. I have used dark gray. Now just duplicate this slide, and now we are on the second slide here. Here I will write the title of this report, like what kind of report it is, what's the name of this report. So that's what I will write here. So like it's a business status report, and in the next line you can write the report number, like it's volume 17, 18, 19. So that's the kind of serial number that you want to add here. So you have to be creative here, think of the items that you can add, make sure it is well packaged. So that's the beauty of any report, if it is packaged well, so everyone will kind of, look at it, understand it well, read it. So make sure it is well, it is, created in a way that everyone wants to read it. So I've inserted here another text box to add a kind of some statement here. For now I have written subscribe and join membership, of course, and you can do that as well. So focus on alignment. Let's move it downwards so that it is towards the middle of this slide area. Let's insert a background here. The background is kind of, a light gray. Make sure this rectangle has no line, means no border, and fill a light gray color in it. So I'm just kind of experimenting here how we can place it. So this gray is a bit dark. I want to make it more light. So that's what I've done. Now send it to back. Let's move it further down. And now it is looking nice. So now just duplicate it and in this slide we will design our the first placeholder, the first slide with the information. So that's what we want to do here. For that you have to insert this rounded rectangle here, reduce its roundedness from the corners, make sure it doesn't have any border, apply the shadow effect. Let's pick this one and increase the transparency, blurriness and distance. Manage these three things very well in a shadow, and the shadow will look really beautiful, more realistic. Also you can change the color from black to something dark blue kind of thing. So now this is the placeholder for the information that you want to present. Now just duplicate it because we want to reuse the components here. Remove the shadow effect of this second rounded rectangle and just fill some color for the sake of we just want to see, we just want to place it. That's why we have filled a color. This is an image placeholder and we will fill a nice image in it. Make sure it is at the center and aligned. Now we will fill an image into it, but duplicate it first and I'll show you what I'm doing here. Reduce its size, make sure it is minimal and place it here. So these are kind of text placeholders to place certain information, because it depends upon the type of information you want to show. For example, this is a nice placeholder for the tags, for the keywords, or for the related information, or what is this information is all about, or some facts or some numbers. So I have added this placeholder here. So this is the kind of tag 1, and similarly you can add one more, tag 2 here, and select both these and align them properly. It is very important that both of these are well aligned. Now let's fill some color in it. You have to just right click, select picture, and now this Microsoft 365, Office 365 has a great option to insert stock images directly from within the PowerPoint. You don't have to look elsewhere. So this is really time saving. Now the theme that I have followed here is black and white, so I've changed the image color to match the theme. Now let's write the title of this first set of information. For example, if you want to showcase the sales numbers, so you can write the title here of the report. Now duplicate it, and here we will write the description. So you can add some bullet points as well. You can showcase some numbers like 43% sales increase, or so many dollars in revenue. So all those things you can write here. So you can be as much creative as you want. Text styling is also very important, because we always try to design shapes and backgrounds and always play with the images, but we always give less attention towards making the text look beautiful. So we should always focus on that as well. We should always try to make sure the text is also presented in a nice way. So here is the call to action, which is also very important. A nice call to action. You can make it off-site, as well as you can place the link within the presentation as well. For example, if you click here, you can link it with the you can link it with any slide, like slide number 15. You can click here and can directly go to the slide number 15, and there you can place a link back to this slide, and then you can come back here. So you can try different things here. Now add some glossy effect here to make it look more realistic and get that reflection kind of effect here, like some kind of light is bouncing off from this card. For that you have to cut a shape like this. Use the merge shapes option and align it properly. Bring all the information to the front and send it to back, and change its color to light gray, and this makes it look more, textured and much better. So now we have applied this texture here and this glossy effect looks cool, but now we want to highlight this call to action here, and I think the black or dark gray color will look good here. And apply white font. For that you have to select the theme color here to the white, and now it looks good. So this placeholder looks complete and beautiful, and you can always change the information in it. And now let's add some extension to it. So I'm just thinking what more can be done here. So I've inserted this line. So I'm changing its type here to make it look more rounded from the corners. Now just duplicate this text and we want to rotate it, and for that you have to select the mode rotation option and go to the text options here, and here you will find the options to rotate it, and just place it like this. Now duplicate it and reduce its width and height. And send it to back behind this card that we have created, and we will apply a nice dark gradient color matching the theme. So if you don't know how to fill gradient color, just watch our latest video on our channel and you can easily learn how to fill a nice gradient color. And here you can see we have added this beautiful cutout, and now duplicate the text here. Now we will place it. Initially I was trying to place it without any placeholder, but now we have created this beautiful cutout, and it gives it a very unique and beautiful look, and it looks more realistic and 3D. And place the text here. Let's adjust this gradient here. I'm still not satisfied, so I'm just trying to fill different shades of black and gray. We have to change the text color to white so that it becomes visible, and also I have increased the roundedness to see how it looks. Yeah, it is looking nice. And now we have to add the serial number here, like this is the first set of information, and this is the first point. So make it look bold, increase the font size, change color to light gray, increase its size, and let's see how it looks. We have to try and test it. So I've removed that line. I don't know why I inserted that line here. It wasn't required, but so now group all these items together. So the first card is complete, and you have to adjust the guides here and place this card at the center like this, so it is aligned with the center line. the line at the 0 of the ruler at the top. So if you just place this guide at the 0, and you can align this card with this guide, so this will help us in setting all the cards here. So I was telling how you can group the items. You just have to press Ctrl plus G in Windows to group the items. Else you can right click, select all the items and right click and then press group. Here in the shapes option, just note the position, the horizontal and vertical space, and the horizontal and vertical position. Just note the number and we will keep it at the same position throughout the slides. So I've changed the font style of this serial number. Now just duplicate it and place it here and reduce the size for the second number here, because this is not highlighted, this is not the part of this current scene. So what will happen is, when on the next slide the second card will move in, then the font size will increase. Now just zoom out and select this card and duplicate and place the third card. So it depends upon the information you have. Like I have created this template for 10 steps or 10 points of information. If you have only 5, then you have to create only 5 cards. So I have placed the third card as well. Align it with the first 2 cards properly. Now duplicate the second and third card and place next to the second and third card, and keep on duplicating the cards and placing next to each other in, and what will happen is this will create a complete series of information that we will use with the help of morph transition. So once all the cards are placed, you have to select all of these cards and align them and distribute them properly. So you have to distribute them evenly in the horizontal space. So I have placed these 10 cards and you can count. So here we are aligning all these cards together. So select all these cards and go to align option and align them and then distribute them horizontally. Now the next step is to change the information. Now as we have to change all the serial numbers and the title here, and for that just one by one select the cards and change their title, description, their names, call to action. So it's easy, you just have to edit the text box and change the text. So we have these 10 cards here, so we can change the serial number like 10 to 1 or 1 to 10. Similarly, you can change the text and all the information. So one by one you can do that. Meanwhile, you can subscribe to our channel. It's really easy. You just have to press the subscribe button, and then you can also download this template from the G Drive link provided in the video description. But I would recommend first you just learn and then download this template, so that will be beneficial for you. Now we have to change the image, so I'm just finding a nice image here. So I'm using just dummy images. You have to change it as per the information you have. Apply the black and white filter here like this, so the image looks a bit stretched. For that you have to change the offset bottom and top, and now it looks better. Similarly, you have to change the third image as well, and one by one all the images. So that's the only part where it will take some time, where you have to change the images. Once it is done, then it's an easy process. And I have changed all the images now. I have skipped that part because the steps were repetitive. Now make sure the position is same, and just adjust the vertical position and just note that number. Now increase the font size of the serial number of the current slide. Similarly, duplicate for the third slide as well, and move the complete set of cards towards the left. Align with the guide, which is placed at the center, and increase the font size of the current serial number, that is third. Similarly, we will duplicate it again. Fourth slide. Move the set of cards to left. Increase the font size of the serial number 4, and similarly you have to do it for all the slides until last slide, that is 10th. So that was easy. You just had to move the set of cards to the left on every slide and just increase the font size of the current number. So we're now on the 10th slide. Now again duplicate the 10th slide because we want to create an ending slide as well. And make sure the vertical position is same throughout all of these slides for the cards. And here you can add all the information that you want to add for the ending slide, like your contact information or some code, some image. I will only write thanks for watching. And duplicate it. Always try to reuse the components. That will save your time. And subscribe and join. That you can do. And increase the character spacing, so you can try different text styling. So yeah, our template is done, but we now just have to adjust the items here. Select all the slides, press morph animation. It is very important. And now we have to adjust few items. So on the second slide, paste the set of cards, all the 10 cards, and move this set to the right here like this, because what will happen is when in the slideshow mode, this complete set will animate to the left and appear on the third slide in a right to left animation. So that's the beauty of a morph animation. And actually it's not an animation, it's a transition, but you can use it as an animation. So I'm adjusting the text here so that there is enough breathing space between the text and the card that we had placed. Now on the first slide, paste all the information that we have on the second slide outside of the slide area. And now our morph is, the settings for the morph is nearly done, but we have to add this ending node on the 12th slide as well, but outside of the slide area, and it will move or slide in on the last slide during slideshow because of morph animation. So whatever you will place in the previous slide outside of the slide area, on the next slide it will appear to its position. Now the last step is ungroup all the items, all the components in all the slides, and here is the shortcut, like select all, Control A, and then press Control Shift G multiple times until all the items are ungrouped. Keep on grouping the items on all the slides. Why we are ungrouping it? Because we grouped them initially. This complete set of card was one item, like it was, I grouped it initially like this image, this background, this text, this serial number, and all these items were grouped. Now we have to ungroup. Keep on ungrouping all the items on all the slides. All you have to do is just press Control A and Control Shift T multiple times until all the items are ungrouped. And morph animation works beautifully if all the items are ungrouped. Then it considers each item as one. Otherwise it will consider this complete grouped set of card as one. So that's the difference. So we are now approaching towards the end of this beautiful tutorial. I know it was a bit lengthy, but it's beautiful as well, and it's unique. And this is possible with the help of morph animation. Even if you don't have a morph animation, then you can use the standard animations like move left or move right, all those animations as well. So it's possible even without morph animation. Otherwise you can purchase this Office 365. It's really cool and I would always recommend. So there is this one part which is left now. We have to copy all the cards, the set of 10 cards, group them together and place it on the first blank slide as well. Then this morph animation will work flawlessly. And once it is placed, ungroup them all and make sure it is positioned at the number that you have noted during the video. So now we have ungrouped them all. So our slide design is complete. I hope you will like it. So let's view the final output here. So look at this beautiful animation and how it works. It looks like someone have done it using some amazing video editing software, but It's all possible in Microsoft PowerPoint. So please enjoy this video. Please subscribe to our channel, join the membership, hit like, and do not forget to download this template from the G Drive link provided in the video description. So enjoy this video, and we will see you guys in another video with some more amazing things. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Peace.